Hello, everybody. Good to be with you this afternoon. I love spending this deeper time with you on Mondays for our wonderful Rock Your Sacred Purpose Facebook Lives or whatever the theme is each time. This time we're talking about Claim Your Divine Sovereignty. What perfect timing. I chose this topic, I'm not sure. I did. I chose this topic before everything that transpired over the weekend. So I think it's very interesting, the message that wanted to come through for today, even, with everything that's gone on since the weekend, over the weekend. So we just want to go ahead, just take a nice deep breath. If you're feeling any heaviness, just take a nice deep breath. In through your nose, up through your crown chakra, up through higher self, up to love, light, source, energy, up into the all in all. And as you exhale through your mouth, let this energy come back down through your higher self, down through your crown chakra, down through all your chakras, through the body, through your auric field, down through your feet, down through root chakra, down to the core of the earth. So I speak these words, and the I am for everyone listening. My voice is I recognize God, love, light, source, spirit is all there is. I'm grateful that life is filled with miracles and love. Love is the infinite power that's within all life, that's illuminating my consciousness, helping me see into the unseen realms where the true power of all creation lies. Within that space, I know I'm independently sovereign within the oneness to experience what it is that is wanting to be chosen as me as a soul to be experienced. That I'm cutting myself free and clear of the mind's concepts of what is supposed to be true based on rules and concepts and scientific even studies or whatever it may be, but all this the mind-based stuff, that there's a deeper understanding, a deeper connection, a deeper knowing from the source within that knows everything, and I'm willing to let it organize itself on my behalf for miraculous healing, clarification, and manifestation for me and for the collective, for the highest good of all. Now, in this way, I'm claiming back my divine sovereignty so that I can be a clear channel, a leader for my mission, for those I'm here to serve, to deepen awakening rather than warring energy and falling back to sleep. So as I let it be so, I let it be done. Thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. All right. Okay, so good to see you all here as you're coming in. Good to see you, Ron. Good to see you, Robert. Yeah, it's, wow. So, yeah, I just want to spend some time. I'm going to talk about this subject from a few different angles, and then how it applies for our light leadership on the planet. There's all this polarity going on right now, especially again with the Roe versus Wade decision. I'm going to bring it up, not to, put an opinion out there, but in terms of consciousness and how to get in right alignment, a higher alignment than what is typically being talked about that subject. Even that might be seen as giving an opinion about it, but that shows the reactivity. So to get into higher alignment with everything, including hot button topics like that one, and to no longer be influenced by how you are supposed to be, how you are supposed to show up, what your desires should be, what your own even belief system may be, that you have to have a certain belief system or you're no good. To clear all that, just get that off of you, and to open up to a deeper perspective. To be willing to say on any hot button topic, that although you may have a strong, fervent, visceral, like I'll kill everybody belief about something, which a lot of people are showing up with that right now. Notice how unconscious it is. Everybody disagrees with me. Okay, there's something with that, right? Isn't that what's created so many wars? Each side always have thought they're right? Every war is always like every side thinks they're the ones that are right? Every war, every fight, every argument. Each side thinks they're right? They're convinced, and they're gonna kill or mow down the opposition, no matter what. So what I'm here is just to help you do is claim back your sovereignty, like from your own opinions, even your own belief systems. I'm like, I'm gonna believe it. I don't even start. Don't even go down that pet track. Okay, just notice your reactivity. See the fear and the stuff that's going on for you around any issue in your life. Could be, we could even take it off of political sorts of things or whatever, all the different really hot topic stuff, and just go to your personal life. Okay, what your belief is about what your day should be like. You know, should I be running hard, working hard, marketing? Should I be relaxed and easy and like I'm on floaty in the swimming pool, and you know, if I get a download to contact somebody I do, and I have $1 million business a year, and it just flows so well that way, and like, but to think it has to be any one way, but to find your own authentic path and claim back your sovereignty so you can know your own truth is the key. So we unwittingly do give our power away to so many concepts, even if the virtuosiest things that we think are so true. So I could say, let's say, take it off of like opinions about things where people get very reactive for a moment. Let's go to, hey, orange sherbet is always the best. Anybody that thinks otherwise and will not support that issue, you know, it gets no sherbet, you know, no more sherbet. You either take orange or, you know, too bad. If you have any other concepts, they're just wrong, okay? So, and then if you have that belief system, if you're the one carrying that belief system, now you cannot see other perspectives that have validity. You can't see the trueness and the love of other perspectives, the love for purple, the love for red. Sometimes the same people have a very open mindset about embracing everything, and other people are very, very, but are very militant about it, but then they're very, so just notice the delusions of your own mind. You know, I'm just waking you up. I want to go right down center with you guys here. Your delusions are, I don't care what your opinion is, you know. You got on the abortion, serious as an issue it is, pro-life, whatever you're calling it, pro-life, pro-choice, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter to me. What you're calling it, but whatever side you're on, just notice, like, for some of you anyway, lots of with women, I totally get it. I mean, I'm not judging it. Just saying, just notice it. Just notice that I have huge compassion. I've been very emotional this weekend about it all myself, and many other things. So I get it. I have huge empathy for all of it, every perspective. And I really believe, and some people don't agree with me on this, but I truly know we are meant as light leaders is to open up our perspective and to be able to perceive and say we don't know about certain aspects of certain perspectives, and to embrace, you know, the fullness of the balanced perspective of all perspectives, to embrace it, not to say, well, that's what I agree with, is like, it's a balance for me. You might still have a very definitive opinion, but realize it's an opinion and your belief, rather than you're stuck in it. Because if you're stuck in it, you cannot evolve. There's been so many people that have had very fervent opinions about something, like everybody should make 10 grand per year, nothing more, and then the businesses should be like this, and that should be like that, and they're convinced of whatever their belief system is, only to later in life disavow that belief system entirely after attacking people for decades and wake up and say, I believe in something completely different. It happens. Don't be so ignorant if you're one of these people stuck in a pattern like that. Don't become ignorant or unawake to think that that can't happen for you. The thing you're fighting so fervently for, your limits, your poverty, your getting to all other subjects as well, any other thing you fight for, that you will not have an entirely different viewpoint of it at some point and embrace that entirely and totally disavow your other viewpoint. That is, and yet both perspectives will have validity. Both will have validity. It's not that one is completely wrong and the other one's completely right. They both have validity. So you claim back your sovereignty by realizing all perspectives at some level, you know, all perspectives, okay, If you're afraid of embracing a certain perspective, that's okay. Then just notice you're afraid of it, and then maybe you don't want to embrace it. But like, I embrace all perspectives. Embracing it doesn't mean, again, you condone the perspective. It doesn't mean you agree with the perspective. It means you embrace where that perspective is coming from. You embrace perhaps merits within certain perspectives completely. I totally get the merit of that. And from that place, you can love every single person on the planet. Isn't that what you say that you're about? Isn't that what you would love to be about? Don't you want to love everyone on the planet? Love everything and everyone. We talk about it, then are we doing it? So we want to embrace everyone and everything. Not that we have to agree with it. We can still, vote and protest, and we can do all that if we want to, okay? We can do whatever we want. We have a sovereignty to do whatever we want. But I'm asking you to do it from a place of not getting caught up in a collective mindset that's asking you to take a side, to go to war, and then that's where there can be, it all goes back to love, but it just throws you, and it doesn't have to. I'm saying when you come from a higher perspective in your life, when you're dealing with your own life, even when you're dealing with your own life, okay, your own individual life, without again getting into these other issues, we even come back there now, and you're thinking about, okay, what's my opinion about making more money or less, or me being a light worker making a lot more money? Well, wow, nobody could afford it, and all this stuff. Like all the perspectives you may have, it is more virtuous to just give for free and all that. They're just concepts. Or it's more virtuous to have a very high-end offers and only that, and you've got to fill events, you got to do it a specific way, just like that guru told me. Like, no, you don't have to. Maybe it appeals to you, maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. Probably it's not, usually. It's usually not for you. But you find your own path, you find your own truth. When people use studies to prove something, for example, scientists say, oh, you've got to believe this, you've got to eat these foods, you've got to do that. Okay, you must think this now. We have science that will show you should believe something. Not just stop. No, you don't have to believe anything. You don't have to believe anything. We will have beliefs anyway, because that's our nature. We will have beliefs. But you don't have to have those beliefs. You don't have to attach yourself to the beliefs. You say, okay, I'm just taking a step back from these ideas. I just want to know my own truth. I just want to say yes to my own true desires. I just want to say yes to what's true for me. I don't need to eviscerate or annihilate every other idea or person that's attached to an idea. Instead, I can champion what I know to be true for me. I can champion that and still have love and appreciation for others. Guess what? You're 10 times more persuasive. You're 100 times more persuasive. How persuasive are you when you're attacking somebody, telling them they should believe this or that? Now, I don't think most of you folks are probably those people that are listening here on this broadcast, but you're so much more convincing. I always use Gandhi as the big example. I go back to him again and again because he always says, "Love, man, the British, they're our friends," and he would love them. They said they would not want to take a meeting with him because he would talk them into anything because he was so loving. He was so loving. So we want to bring that. We want to bring that. And I understand what's creating it. I get it. I understand that. But I just want to bring a strong voice to this. We want to go to a higher level. How do you do it? Like a lot of times when I talk about going to a higher level and 5D and everything, well, you do it, like we got a prayer challenge going on right now. Just say yes to you. You raise your vibration, essentially. You want to raise your vibration. You want to allow yourself to use the things that you know to do, to trust your intuition and to know what's really wanting to unfold through you. Just claim back your own truth. Well, everybody says it's this way. the science, the studies, whatever, the experts say this or that. But if your intuition is saying something else is true, or is true for you, then that's what you've got to focus upon. Trust your own intuition. What's true for you? Trust your own intuition. There's always been the innovator in the collective that is awake to something that, maybe almost, virtually everybody else is unawake to. And eventually that becomes a reality. And often that has been in science too. Like, oh, that's impossible. That couldn't possibly be true. You can't possibly have a light bulb. That's no way that could happen. And then it happens, right? So, but whatever it is, like, could possibly fly out into outer space, and that may be still true, right? Conspiracy theories on that one, but until the thing happens, whatever the thing is. Oh, now we know it's true, right? Whereas everybody was attacking you. If you're a flat earther in the way back when, you'd be considered enlightened, like you're really smart, right? Those globe people are nuts. Well, it's sort of been that way with quantum physics, for example, and how that's getting more and more mainstream. And the thoughts will evolve way beyond that. I was watching something about the multiverse the other day. I was listening to it, and no disrespect, but I just like they're talking about all their concepts. I'm like, this is so ridiculous. What they're talking about is so obvious. Of course, there's multiple infinite timelines and infinite universes, and we don't need science to show us this. We've got to go beyond. Science is awesome. I love science. I look at scientific stuff all the time, or whatever amount I do, but I look at it consistently. All right, love it. I'm not anti-science. What I'm saying is, like, when we allow that to limit our perspective and see the deeper truth through our deeper knowing, then we become lost, and we start giving our power away to those ideas. Well, I guess if that's true, well, the economy is getting worse. We all know that, right? Therefore, we should get very fearful, hang on to our money, which only creates more problems with the economy. Problems, more of a sense of lack. We're only planting more lack now. Boy, there's more lack trees than ever. Let me plant one too. Yeah, great. Okay, great. Wealth is created by circulation. I don't care what anybody says. No, it's created by blah, blah, blah. Interest rates, this, that, that. It's created first and foremost by circulation. Circulation is what creates prosperity. You take $100, you circulate it at the speed of light, or you take $1 million, you circulate it like once every, 1,000 years. What do you think is going to be more prosperity? I'll take faster circulation over that $1 million every single day, as long as it's like way faster, right? So it's going to be, not going to be any good. You want to increase the circulation. Of course, it's got to be done with awakeness. It's not just spending money on stuff. It's, being quick to a yes and quick to a no to what's true to you. Claiming back your sovereignty. So getting into the 3 ways then to take back your power and manifest your true desires, I just want to talk about, really getting into the observer. How many of you spend the time in, again, in meditation, that you're walking in a meditation, essentially. You feel that sense of connection with like a higher self that's hovering above you and monitoring, like everything. And that you're allowing yourself throughout the day to be coming from that perspective. And if your vibration gets so dense that you're just really into your emotions, that's great, be with them, but then deepen in it, clear the energy, work with the energy, and rise up higher into the observant self. Because when you're an observant self, everything's just beautiful. People with all their opinions and concepts are seen more beautifully. There's a beauty to everything from that place. It's not pink painting on everything exactly, but it's being more truly awake to the trueness, the realness of what's going on, which everything is the beauty of Source itself. Then we aren't attached to anything. We don't have to buy into anything, okay? We can just watch and observe within ourselves our own rising desires. Our own rising desires are the answered prayers for ourselves and for others. The rising desires that naturally rise for us are the answered prayers. So when we say, just say yes to you, and just say yes to your true desires, we're saying just say yes to the best and highest and greater good for all. That's what we're saying yes to. What is that? It's not right or wrong. Just because someone doesn't believe or think your desire is right, or what you believe in is right, doesn't mean that they're right, no matter how convincing that idea might be. Trust your own desire. Trust your own intuition. You know, they can be kind of one and the same. Because where's it coming from? Your sense of what we call intuition. You have these sense of desires. Now, the desire of your mind, for security and hanging on to stuff, and boy, I just love to finally. I just wish things were this way or that way, and those ideas that we come up with, and we're all caught up in our head. That's not a true desire. True desire is something that's rising up when we're being observant. We're just allowing ourselves to take the time to get centered and to meditate and to breathe all day and to cleanse and clear those things that rise, and to be with them. We're meant to be with what comes up and observe it. Again, being observant with what comes up and then working with it. Because your desire is probably going to be that I don't want to feel so dense for too long, right? So there's an expiration date on that density. And if you're paying attention, that desire is there. And then you go with that. And you'll even get an idea how it wants to be cleared. Well, let me go talk to that person. Well, let me go outside for a walk. Let me just chill a little bit. Let me go to the gym. Whatever. Something will come up. Will clear then all of a sudden, like new energy and therefore new ideas will come to you. That's all part of living from your divine sovereignty. And when somebody comes and affects your field with their BS system, as we say it, and it's not congruent with what your true desire is, you can say, hey, that's incredible. Thanks for sharing, because they may be strengthening your own your own knowing about something for you. But if you allow it to defeat you, then it could, it could, if you don't stay in you don't see how their perspective is trying to add to your perspective, then you could run into an issue. In other words, let's say, okay, well, yeah, I'm ready to build my $1 million company, or someone says, it's just not the time. If you were smart, you'd probably go get 2-3 jobs right now. People are hiring like crazy, and hunker down, and maybe it'll be a better time to do that kind of thing. And you're like, oh man, that you listen to your head and you're thinking like, that sounds pretty smart. I like that security. And then your rising desire is like, what are we doing here? Like, I thought you were on board. Like, and then all of a sudden, like you feel a little bit better. You get comfort from it, but then you don't feel that elevation in your energy. You don't feel the inspiration, the purpose, the passion that comes with it, because you went with some other idea based on the collective just being like, well, we only really believe in these sorts of things. We don't believe like we could just download our reality at any moment if it were true for us. Like, okay, everything is in pink color today, honestly, everything's possible. Everything's available. If it were to arise for whatever reason in our awareness, let's have those experiences. And, then they rewrite the science books based on what unfolds, right? That's how it works. Okay, so that was the one thing. Get into your observer, watch your rising desires. Number 2 is listen in deeper to your own guidance. And so I've already been talking about that. When you're confused about something, you feel like you've been asking your guidance, then, maybe it's time to do a retreat, get out in nature, go into the forest. Maybe, sometimes I've got a hotel for myself, or you go on a spiritual retreat or something, and you allow yourself more time to get connected in a deeper way and out of all the noise that you're in normally, and then you can hear, more of what really is trying to rise up for you, or at least point you in a direction that is important for you to take a look at. So what can you do to go deeper in your own guidance is something you want to be paying attention to all the time. How can I go deeper? And sometimes going deeper looks like getting help from other people. Like I just got a bunch of tune-ins from Deb today. My wife, she did some clearing, and then she started downloading some things. I'm like, wow, I feel way better now. Like, because even though I'm constantly tuning into things, you can get caught up, and it gets kind of sticky for us, or really heavy. And it's like, okay, when we hear it from someone else, maybe they're mostly even confirming what we already know. It's like, oh yeah, that is it. That's the way. And then you have this energy that drops in. You're like, I feel good again. I feel confident. I feel connected, right? And so allowing others to tune in for you can help deepen your own connection with your guidance. There's, and raising your vibration overall helps you to hear your guidance more. We could go on, but I want to do some energy scans and give you the opportunity for me to tune into you today. So I'm not going to go too much further on these points. The third one is just say yes. Like there's so many different ways to keep raising your vibration and all kinds of things you can do. One of the ways I'm talking about it for a third way, there's so many ways, but is to do the yes practice. Like you see me doing this stuff, like you can do it so many different ways. I just, kind of been doing this whole thing. Yes, 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 yes. Whatever feels good, but doing a yes practice where you say yes at least 20 or 30 times in a row with some enthusiasm. And then, maybe even 100 times or 1,000 times, whatever feels awesome for you. And you start it's one of the things you can start your day with. It takes very little time. And the results are profound. They could take you from total despair and nothing's going to work for me to feeling completely energized and knowing great things are happening. That's what's possible. And just by saying yes, you don't have to say yes. You could be visualizing the things you want or letting those occur to you while you do a yes practice. Totally. That's totally well. Or you could just be saying yes, whatever. It's kind of like yes, just yes to my highest desires. You don't even need to be aware of anything. You don't even need to focus on anything. Source knows what your soul is desiring. And when you're saying yes, you're saying yes, 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 yes. You just keep saying yes, 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 yes. Like to lift my head up, come down, just yes, 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 yes. Hands open, then I close them. Like that's how I like to do it. You can come up with all kinds of it. I like to dance around sometimes with it. It's been so helpful for so many people. I didn't develop the foundation of this practice. Others came up with this stuff, and I started using it, and I found it to be something people really enjoy and swear by. They say it really helps their energy and manifestation. So be sure to incorporate that. Just saying yes, and then when you get the directives, is to start writing things down. Okay, I need to pay attention to this. Writing things down is helpful. It's not always necessary, but it's helpful, and it can really help to focus you. So when you get a download or something, like write it down. You may not even use it. It may not even be the thing you end up focusing on, but it's important to write down not every single download, but to take time to write down these things that come through that seem true to you. And then sometimes what happens for you in your business is before you know it, you start writing some of your ideas down, you let it evolve, you keep tuning in, you could download your own one-page business plan, just like, I kind of feel like it would be like this, it'd be like that, and yes, yes, yes. And you're in your own zone, like no matter what else other people say, unless it adds to your energy, adds to your sense of alignment, then why bother to say yes to anything other than what you know to be true for you? You want to stay open because more higher idea could always come in. It could change everything, all your plans. But as you focus on what you're aware of as your higher desires, then you're more open to even greater things. So it's totally about momentum. It's about a domino sort of effect. Okay, so we're going to need to, wow, yeah, watching the time. All right, so appreciate all your comments, everybody dropping in. Hey, John was here, Brian, Diana was here, Stella, and Lisa, and all your wonderful comments. Melanie talking about focusing on breathing, staying centered. Yes, yes, yes. Trust your own intuition. I'll just say the ones I'm able to read on this, go through this. Trust your own intuition. Yes, Melanie said. Observer meditation practice. Yeah. You want to practice being an observation of yourself. Of yourself. You don't need to, be of yourself as much as anything. You're observing everything because you're connected to everything, but you want to be observing yourself. Okay, what is my infinite self seeing in me right now? Rather than what's my opinion about what I'm eating for dinner tonight, for example. Like, who cares what my opinion is? Like, my mind has all kinds of opinions about what I might want for dinner. But what is the infinite saying? What is the infinite saying? I guarantee you, the infinite says something that sounds unloving and unkind, you're not connected. You're not truly connected. It says something really, truly, you can just tell. I mean, what is it? What is it trying to say? Okay. Be more observance. True self. Yep. Focus on breathing, peace, etc. Okay. All right. So let me see. There's some people that did ask for energy scans. And by the way, I'll go ahead and put it in here. Check out the Just Say Yes to You event. I put that in there. So, folks, it's coming up July 17th and 18th. You got to be there. I'm telling you, if you've been enjoying the channel prayers at 9:30 a.m. throughout the week, Monday through Friday, you're enjoying those. You enjoy my Facebook Lives. You're going to, as they say, if your life is, you're going to love the event. I'm sure of it. And it's definitely going to download so much more good for you. Like, it's going to open you to it. Again, I see where people come in open enough and just new things start manifesting right away at the event. So I'd love to have you there. Check it out. July 17th, 18th, be there at the Just Say Yes to You event. Just Say Yes to You. I see someone wrote peace. Douglas put in peace. Yes. Okay, so let's see who said yes to the scans. I'll do what I can today. This is crazy the way it jumps around. See, Ronald said yes. Lisa said yes. If I missed somebody, I apologize. Okay, Brian, Ronald, Lisa. Okay, let's do some scanning then. Let's do a group scan, and then I'm going to do a couple other scans. So, all right, you ready for your group scan? Let's see what comes in. See what comes in. All right, we're going to do that in 1 second. Yeah, I see Melanie put in a request too. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's do a group scan briefly. Then we'll do some individual ones, since a little bit of channeling to wrap up. I think maybe just channeling wisdom right now rather than a scan, but I don't know. So I just get like this whole idea of multiverses and stuff. You guys, we can bring whatever we want into this reality. We can draw from the multiverse, which to me is just the infinite soup of source anyway. It's just all the same, really, ultimately. So what's the true, I'm pulling for this universe or that timeline, or you're drawing from source is where you're drawing from. I don't care, it looks like I'm drawing from a timeline. It's still source. So, yeah, but you can play with it in that way, and maybe that feels good. It feels really connected for you, so then you want to go with it. Man, I'm filling myself up with archangels. Then it's all source, but it's that unique quality. I'm drawing from that to energy weave my life and give me strength, protection, a sense of wholeness, and attracting opportunities, etc. Okay. Like in this universe I'm in, it seems like things are going this direction, but I could sense a whole nother universe where some things are happening in another direction that I'd like to go in. So I'm saying yes to that one. I feel that, I sense it. You don't even have to do a big visualization all the time. I mean, honestly, the lighter you are with it, the more likely it is to just pop into your reality. We're not meant to strain all, so much. So the easier, the better. The easier, the better. Now, sometimes we need to do some work on ourselves to allow things to come into alignment, but deeper work. But often, the easier you be with things, the easier they manifest. Let's see. So, I'm just going to go to some individual scans, actually, because we need to move on. Melanie, I'm just going to do a quick one for you today. Just trust yourself. Write down your most powerful ideas today. How you're going to move forward. What else? Call those people you need to call. There's some people you need to contact. I'm trusting you know who they are. Get on it. And I don't know, maybe that's it for now. Again, there's a number of requests, I think. Just a matter of finding them. Hallelujah! I just said yes about your yes message, actually. Okay, so Xana, and okay, so who else did we have? I know Brian had asked for one. Let's do one for Brian. Sorry if I'm not going in order. It's hard for me to see the comments on here. Put on your wizard's hat and start letting your life just more magically happen. Come on. Start acting like the wizard you are. So that'll bring more of your true self to bear. So we're just saying, come on. Instead of pointing out the kind of, no disrespect, but the hobo hat, be the wizard. The hat's wide open all the time. People are constantly want to put in. The universe wants to put in. So act like it, the universe wants to put in, great, I'll have it, have more of that attitude. Again, these messages for each person are for all of you at some level. They're all for you in some way. Okay. Ronald, okay, let's tune into Ronald. Go a little bit more, maybe into the chakras for you today. Just get this ascension feeling, like things want to ascend. Like things want to spiral higher, but you really love your humanity. You love the way things have been or are. So anyway, so the energy that wants to ascend is like rising up, and it gets so far that it's like, whoa, if we go that far, game over. And there's a fear about that. So, all right, let's see what the fears are. Get like being disemboweled or something, like someone like ripping you open. You're not present enough in your body, then they're gonna just, take you out, okay? All right. Bring in, channel your higher dimensional beings to give you a sense of protection and around your energy and your physical body. Not that it would happen anyway, but it just so that you get the green light, like there's those beings, channel them, bring them through your energy, your chakras, and then ask to ascend to your next level. Ascend energetically to your next level. And you'll find new answers and new solutions from that space. Helps your whole energy system start to raise up. Because there's this spiraling energy coming through you, and it's only going up so far. As you bring in the sense of protection and strength, it rises higher and takes your whole energy system higher. You'll be more decisive and clear. Find new, easier solutions. Let's get on it with speed. I like that. Okay. All right. Let's see if we've got anything else. I think I covered most of the people that asked for scans, hopefully. I do need to get going pretty soon. Yeah. So let's go ahead and see what other channeled messages there might be for you. Oh, Lisa put it in. Okay, so Lisa will be the last one then. So Brian, Melanie, me. Okay, so I'll do one more for Lisa. Again, like embrace your witchy ways. That's the message for you today. You know how to dip into those mystical waters and, cast those spells and stuff. And you act like you don't know how, or, what are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. I want you to play more with your magic. Play more with your energy magic, spells and whatnot. Trust it. Just have fun with it. Use it more consistently maybe on some smaller things, so to speak, things that you're not as worried about using it for. And then just increasingly just trust, like using it more for everything, Oh, there we go. Feels like that's dropping in pretty good. Okay. All right, well, let's round it off. Now, you guys, hey, if you like this, we're going to just keep going deeper and deeper with channeled messages, and we'll be interacting directly with each other at the Just Say Yes to You virtual event, July 17th through the 18th, okay? Yeah, and I just know there's going to be incredible value coming through for you during that time period. Hold on. Sending some signals to some of you. I hear you, but will you reconsider? Okay, good. Yeah. So it's telepathic communication. There's such a depth to our being. Are we willing to use it? Or are we going to keep questioning it? Okay, so I send messages to two or three. You can go to the high rise now. Okay. All right. It's okay to leave the people where they are and go higher yourself. It's okay to do that. Yeah, you'll see how to help them better that way. Okay. So I'm sending the messages. I don't even have to say who they're for. They're translating to your consciousness. All right. Okay. So why don't we wrap with a channel prayer? That feels right now. Okay, so take a nice deep breath then. In through your nose, up through your crown chakra, up through your higher self, up to love, light, source, energy, up into the all in all. And as you exhale through your mouth, this energy come back down through your higher self, down through your crown chakra, down through all your chakras, through visualize the work field, down through your feet, down through your root chakra, down to the core of the earth. As I speak these words, and they I am, for everyone listening to my voice, as I recognize God, love, light, source, spirit is all there is. I'm grateful that I'm connected with the infinite, and knowing that from the eternal I can observe my temporal self in this body, knowing I'm a blip in the entire unfoldment of the infinite. And I'm grateful yet to have this experience of being solid and clear and grounded in this dimension. From that place yet to be open to the magic and letting it happen quickly, knowing that there's a rapid stream of connectivity that's working for my highest good that I'm attuned to right now. From that place, I'm saying right now, yes, to all the good that wants to come into me. From that place, I'm experiencing greater health, well-being, greater sense of peace in my life, peace with life itself, the peace that I'm meant to experience beyond all understanding with all life is coming in more clearly. As I let it ground and land, I'm willing to let go of the old lower base emotions that I may get trapped in at times, sadness, anger, frustrations, and instead can see things from a higher perspective and a higher vibrational nature. My being is able to land, and I begin to experience more joy and fulfillment in my life. From that place, I'm reeling in new opportunities in my business and relationship-wise. And I appreciate deeply every single relationship in my life, every single connection, every single molecule of life. I appreciate every opinion, every concept I'm willing to be open to, knowing what does my mind thinks it knows so much, and yet there's so much more to observe, as the infinite does with all life. I want to be more like the infinite and to observe all things. Allow my guidance to show me the way in my purpose and all aspects of my life, and to manifest the highest good in my business and my life and all aspects, and let the highest unfold, knowing it's already there for me to just receive. I'm signing off on it today and letting myself to receive those big checks, those big downloads of good in my life and every level, upgrades in my physical health and well-being, greater energy, greater peace in my relationships, greater clarity around the joy I want to experience in my relationships, in all things. So as I let myself let go and let God, I know that I'm so provided for from all my guides and archangels, and by Source itself, of course, and I give myself totally to it and allow myself to enjoy the high vibrational nature of my being while I embrace everything at the same time. So I let it be so, I let it be done, and thrive infinitely from this space. Thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. Okay, everybody, it was so awesome to be with you all today. Tons, massive, infinite love to all of you. Again, check out the event where we'll be doing processes and bringing more of this kind of awesome energy to you. So check out the link today. Take advantage of it today, if you so choose. Feel the magic of it, and I'll see you there. And keep coming to the dailies, the daily channeling prayers. Next week, by the way, on Monday, I won't be, I'm not going to be doing it, the Facebook Live. I will be back in 2 weeks on 3 p.m. Central for our next Rock Your Sacred Purpose Facebook Live in full, but we'll be doing the channel prayers each day. All right, everybody? Okay, lots of love and blessings. Thank you all for attending today. Enjoy. Bye for now.